Chip Zdarsky continues delivering just a fantastic Batman story with a really interesting take on the multiverse this issue, again foregoing the usual tropes of a multiverse set story in lieu of rebuilding Batman as a character. While the more overt multiverse ties were made very apparent this issue, I'm still subscribing to the theory that this is all one of Failsafe's quote-unquote training sessions to get Bruce back to being a proper Batman again. And even this issue reinforces that a little bit with Batman fighting the Joker again, his biggest nemesis. We have this character in Red Mask who has found out that they are Joker in a different multiverse and are trying to become the Joker again. Just like how through this whole story it's been Bruce trying to remind himself and be Batman again. The parallels are all there and Chip builds them together so damn well, giving a new and interesting aspect to Joker with a multiversal slant to it before ending on a big surprising cliffhanger that sees Batman getting his hand cut off and the villain seemingly winning. With one more issue left in this story arc, it can literally go anywhere, so I'm looking forward to where Zdarsky takes us from here. Mike Hawthorne returns for the issue with more cool action sequences and more interesting character designs with his version of Ghostmaker, who is actually called Ghostbreaker in this world, being that he's basically Bane and Ghostmaker rolled into one. And I love his version of the Flash, who we only see for one panel, and I like that it's very reminiscent of the Kingdom Come version of the character, who's just going so fast, he's just kind of like this red blur that you can kind of see. I also love the way he handled Bruce getting his hand cut off and how he played it out one panel into cut in each page with what the villains were doing, slowly revealing what has happened to the hero and keeping that tension going through the final pages. Batman issue 134 brought Zdarsky's creative multiversal story to a head with more fantastic character work and a big shocking cliffhanger that has me really eager to read the final part of this story. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Batman issue 134 catches up with Batman and Selina in the caves beneath Gotham, where Arkham Asylum now resides. Batman learns that Red Mask is there below them, but Selina isn't coming since she doesn't want the villain's retribution if Batman fails. Batman tells her he'll be in contact soon as she asks who he is, and the hero says that he's a man who knows her and what she is and who she can be, hoping that she'll go and help the people. Batman reminds himself that this isn't his Selina as he heads down into the prison, finding Lex Luthor is in prison there, ranting about the devil roaming free. Bruce thinks it makes sense that Halliday would take any possible aggressor off the field as he finds Barry Allen, who is stuck in super speed and is talking about letting the lightning out. Bruce thinks if he's let loose, he could kill everyone in the city before he can breathe. Batman confronts Red Mask, who removes his disguise, saying that he's done hiding. He reveals that he's never had this moment before where he can reveal his plans to anyone and tell them what he actually accomplished. Batman asks if this is all about the multiverse, as Halliday remembers that Bruce is a detective in his world, and this has always been about the multiverse. He reveals that in this world he had a pharmaceutical empire, and one day while running tests, his equipment exploded due to sabotage, and the chemicals covered him and he was shown something horrible and beautiful, the Joker. Halliday claims that there are threads in the multiverse that connect them all to different versions of themselves, and he saw who he was really meant to be. Batman warns him that the Joker is insane, and so is Halliday with all of his experiments and terror he's giving the city, all just to see through another madman's eyes. Halliday says that the experiments are about more than that, wanting to travel sideways through the multiverse and backwards to see through the eyes of the Joker at his inception so he can become the Joker. The villain claims that he is tired of limitations, trapping Batman in a shield as he tells him that the hero arriving was a sign that he could help get what he wanted, and the blood that he left behind at their tower was very helpful to get multiversal signatures from, since it confirmed his coordinates in the multiverse, but it also is about the sheer number as well, which is why he brought so many people down to the caves, since he needs their multiversal energy as well. Bruce realizes that the crane brain he's been feeding Gotham has been replaced with a multiversal poison as he blows open one of the sidewalls, prioritizing the shutdown of the gas before going after Red Mask. Batman finds he won't be able to shut down the gas from there, contacting Jewel, who cleared out the mission after Batman's tussle with the cops. Batman tells her of the gas Red Mask is using on the city, wanting her to get as many people as she can to Athena Tower since they'll be protecting people there. He knows that Selina is listening in, wanting her to help Jewel since she is a good person. Suddenly, a venom-powered Ghostbreaker appears in the tunnel, looking to challenge Batman himself. Bruce runs since he doesn't have time to deal with him, but Ghostbreaker stabs him with his sword, asking why Batman doesn't want to play with him. With no other choice, Batman rips the sword from his shoulder and uses it to combat Ghostbreaker, finding his only advantage is having fought Koa before. He keeps the villain off balance, but the Venom-powered foe tackles him off the waterfall they are on. Ghostbreaker asks who else trained him, and Batman answers with the Shanghai Sky Spider, knocking the villain back as he slams into a pipe hard. Ghostbreaker reveals that he's tasked with only keeping the hero busy, and he's got permission to release the inmates. A group of the inmates led by a rogue Superman appear, and Bruce knows that this could lead to them all being killed. He reminds himself that this Clark doesn't know Bruce Wayne and he's not his friend. He's Batman, so he approaches the Kryptonian, deepening his voice and rolling his eyes back into his head as he tells Superman that he is his nightmare. The Kryptonian is terrified, smashing out of the underground base as Bruce hopes that he'll follow nature and go and hide in the Arctic. The hero rushes towards the gas shutoff, finding Ghostbreaker waiting for him. In Gotham, Jill directs people towards the tower as the cops try and silence her, but Catwoman and her people arrive, helping Jill fight against the cops. As in the tower, the concierge assures people that they are safe and sound inside. Alfred tries to call Leslie, finding that she is stuck in the clinic as the Crane brain is affecting everyone now and giving them seizures. Alfred wants her to get back to the tower now, but Leslie refuses, wanting to stay and help the people. Alfred relents, hoping that she'll be safe, and Leslie coldly tells him that she'll try to be, knowing Alfred definitely will be in his tower. Ghostbreaker meanwhile confronts Batman again, who suggests that they fight without blades, so the two men begin their fist fight. Batman knows all of the villain's moves, using it to his advantage and smashing the mask of the villain open. Bruce gets to the controls but finds they are stuck, pulling on them with all the strength he has left as Ghostbreaker wakes up, grabbing his katana and using it to cut Bruce's hand off. Red Mask meanwhile learns from Crimson that the gas has been shut off at the source and Ghostbreaker isn't responding. Red Mask doesn't find that surprising one bit considering how unstoppable their foe is, but he had a backup as he orders Crimson to release the Leather Wings onto the city and continue the distribution of the multiversal poison.